I'm Kate from Service Dealer, and today we're asking, what would you change about the industry?
Nothing. Now, I think actually, what would I change about the industry? I don't know that I really have got anything specific on that. I think it's an interesting industry. You know, you've got this whole dynamic between people buy off people. So if you're a dealer, how much are people buying the product you sell and how much are they buying you? And so I think that appreciation of the dealer isn't always there from some of the manufacturers. But I certainly know, we always have a saying here, a good dealer can sell a bad product, but a bad dealer can't even sell a good product. So much of it comes down to that relationship between the dealer and the customer. And if you've got a good dealer who backs up his products well, builds relationships with his customers and has a good product base to sell, they're going to succeed well in this industry. And we as manufacturers want to be with those dealers. So it's not really a change that I see that is needed, but perhaps a better appreciation for how that symbiotic relationship between the manufacturer, the dealer and the end user is really important.
I think more recognition for the service and dealer, what the service and dealer does, but also the people that use our products. So people in landscapers, Sportster, for example. Just a wider acknowledgement, I guess, from the wider audience would be a big thing I'd like to change.
I would say the biggest change is really got to be in the way the industry is perceived. You know, we need to show that it is an industry that people grow into and sometimes are born into, but it's a career. Once you're in it, you stay in for life, and that's fantastic.
I think at the moment there's not a lot that needs changing. I think technology is obviously going to become more and more paramount. I think we're now seeing with, again, Brexit, we've got a lack of labour within the industry. So I think, you know, in the future we're going to be looking at more autonomous, perhaps, type vehicles. It's already happening in agriculture. We have an autonomous tractor and an autonomous combine that you can buy, and I think you'll see that come into ground scaling.
Making itself, lending itself to be more youthful and putting itself out there a little bit more, maybe being a little bit more innovative with this battery stuff a lot sooner. I mean, cars started, 25, 30 years ago, and we're just kind of getting into it in the last 5 years. So, 5 to 10 years, I guess. But I think that would be one thing that would change is innovation a little earlier. But I love the fact that we continue to go through a dealer base. I love the fact that we continue to work with entrepreneurs, because I think that that's the backbone of our industry.
I think a lot of the changes that are going on now will help. I think some of the laid-back, old-fashioned ways that we've done things have been the same for so many years. And I think I can see a lot of light at the end of the tunnel. I've been in the industry a long time. I think what's happening over the last 3 or 4 years has dramatically increased with innovation than over the previous 40.
That's another difficult one, but I think to change the industry, I think if we could manage the internet a little bit better and to try and retain some margins for the dealers. If the dealers could make more money, they might be a bit more profitable, and then again goes back to the previous question that you'd be able to attract younger staff into the business. But I think a lot of it comes down to, if we could train dealers to not give it all away on the internet.
For me, it's trying to keep the younger generation within our industry rather than being taken by other industries such as agriculture and construction. I suppose part of that is perhaps they're offering the younger generation more, and maybe that's financial more than anything else. Courses, creating perhaps more courses for the ground care industry.